What's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the Silver and Black Lounge. This is the home of the Just Win Baby podcast. I'm Raider Ben. Joining me tonight, Black the quarterback, Nutty Raider Nate. Dirty's taking the time off tonight, man. It's his wife's birthday, man. So shout out to them. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, become part of the fastest growing community on Raiders YouTube. Training camp is almost here. And this is where we're talking about competition spots are going to be available. Every roster spot is earned. Every rep matters. And somebody's about to make a name for themselves. Tonight, we're breaking down the biggest training camp battles Raider Nation needs to keep an eye on before the pads come on. Who emerges as Raiders' top wide receiver? Can someone separate themselves from the pack, or are we headed for a battle of number twos? Who's stepping up in the secondary? There's jobs up for grabs, and the competition's going to be fierce. We'll also talk about the offensive line, who's going to protect the quarterback and who earns those starting jobs in week one. Every year, there's that one player nobody is talking about until training camp starts. Who is your camp sleeper, chat? Which player is about to surprise Raider Nation and force the coaching staff to make notice? Throughout the show, we'll take your comments, answer your questions, and debate every hot topic surrounding the silver and black. So before we get started, let's know in the chat, what's your biggest training camp battle that you're looking forward to see? And then who's your breakout player that you have in the training camp? Grab your drink, settle in. Let's talk Raiders football. This is the Silver and Black Lounge. This is the Just Win Baby podcast. Just win.
Which team, by colors alone, is identifiable around the world?
The autumn wind is a Raider.
Which team, by slogan, commitment to excellence?
Pillaging just for fun.
Just win, baby.
He'll knock you round.
All those things
Then upside down
are the Raiders.
and laugh when he's conquered and won.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win.
He's blowing up. Raiders!
Just win, baby.
The greatest offseason for a single team in NFL history.
Not only have the number one overall pick, they have a pick in every single round of the draft.
Welcome to the dark side, my friend.
Let's go, baby.
Raiders select Ashton Jenkins.
Houston, step on! Bowers made the catch! Running, there, reached the 5! Touchdown! Oh, Alina! Over the middle, plunge up in the air, back to picked off by Mack!
The greatness of the Raiders is in the teenager.
Yo, what's going on, Raider Nation, man? Just Win Baby podcast, man. We're here. Catch us here every single Friday night. Usually it's 8:30 p.m. That's usually when we go live, depending on when I get off work and when I have to close the shop. Sometimes it's later, man, 10:30. So we here. We talking training camp. We got training camp dates up ahead. Players getting a report to camp. Let's see what the actual dates are. I actually have. So I have the dates. Let's see. So the official dates for training camp. I just had them here. So rookies will report July the 23rd, with veterans reporting July the 28th. So we'll be talking about that. Training camp battles, whatever have you. A lot of things going on right now in Raider Nation, man. Football's here. Content is wrapping up. I have shows lined up all weekend. Tonight we got the podcast. Tomorrow night it'll be us, Severe Raider, Afakasi Raider, talking Max Crosby. And then Sunday night, we'll also be talking a little bit about Max Crosby. So we have Saturday night show. Tomorrow night show will be Max Crosby being ranked the 4th best edge rusher in the National Football League. And then Sunday's show is going to be reacting to the little 49er fan that walked up to Max Crosby and wanted to apparently recruit him to the Raiders. So those are the shows that are on the docket for this weekend. Like I said, appreciate you guys for coming through as always, regardless of what channel you may be watching this show on. You might be watching on the Silver and Black Lounge with Raider Ben. You may be over there on Business Decision Sports with the homie Black. You might be in the Loaded Box with Nutty Raider Nate. But wherever you are watching this show from, man, we really do take very, very much appreciation of you guys coming and hanging out with us, because like Dirty says, bro, and it's true, and you feel me, shout out to my man, there's a million other things y'all could be doing on a Friday night, bro. You're tapping in with Raider Ben, you're tapping in with Nutty Raider Nate, Black the Quarterback, Dirty Raider, man, and we gonna come here, we gonna try to keep you guys as entertained as possible, as informed as possible, and hoping that you leave this show, man, like, man, those guys actually know their shit a little bit. You go around, you tell your friends, you feel me, hey, check out the Silver and Black Lounge, check out the Loaded Box, check out Business Decision Sports, check out, you feel me, the Natural Born Raiders podcast. Share it out to your friends, hype up these live streams, man. That hype button is the new thing to really push channels nowadays, guys. So if you're catching the replays, there's now a hype button. You're only allowed to hype up so many live streams during the week. I hope you guys are taking at least one of your hypes and hyping up this show. It really means a lot. Like I said, man, we put in a lot of work. We got a lot more work to do, bro. Nothing is finished. You feel me? We are just beginning. I'm trying to get back into my form again. You guys know me, bro. Like, once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting there. I'm going to start slowing my talking down. I think a lot of me not being able to talk right is because I talk too fucking fast. So let me slow my talking down. Let me get back into being relaxed, get my anxiety out of the way, man. We're going to have some great content. I'm looking forward to you guys being part of it as always, man. What up with you, Black? What up,
Jody?
I seen you and the Good Raider over there having a nice little conversation. Was like a little hour and a half joint or something.
Yeah. This is my third live today. So y'all hit that like button, because don't nobody go harder than we do.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of topics that are up right now. I don't know if you guys saw, but right after I did like that Brock Bowers show, now I guess a poll came out where everybody how they did the NFL execs voted Max Crosby. I guess all the NFL execs and players around the league voted Brock Bowers is the best tight end in football. I mean, I don't think any of us second guessed that. But after a great season by Trey McBride, and I didn't even know he was that good. After that dude had like 120 something receptions, broke the record, had like almost 1,300 receiving yards or something like that, bro. Like 1,200, something like that. We went over the shit yesterday, bro. Crazy. So, even after a great season like that with Trey McBride, for them to still feel that way about Brock Bowers, like I said, we never doubted. I never doubt. I know who the best tight end is in the league, but even after missing so many games, bro, to see that Brock Bowers still gets that recognition, I think means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he's still young in his career, bro. Brock's only been in the league. This is only his 3rd season. You feel me? So getting those kind of honors means a lot early. But before we get into anything else, guys, shout out to the chat, bro. We got Bruce Willis in here. We got Sacktown Raider Mike. We got Raider Paul. We got Alfredo. We the people going on, man. D Menace catching a live one. I see you, D Menace, bro. Appreciate
I was just
you.
thinking about you, D Menace. I was just wondering about I'll be wondering about you, Brody.
Alfredo posting the Brethren's channels. Make sure you guys are subscribed. What up, Raider Shep? I like Dante Thornton, bro. I think he's got some work to do, but I think there's potential there. Who else we got in here? That's everybody. Anthony Provencio. What's going on, guys? So, guys, Nutty Raider Nate, what's good, bro?
What's good, brother? What's happening? What's going down?
Shit. How was your week, my friend? I ain't talked to you in about it's been like a week, right? Since we done the show. How you been, gang?
Yeah. Another day in paradise. Working. Work.
Yeah. Work, man. So you can play, bro. That's kind of how life goes.
Yeah.
So I propose this question to the chat, and I'm gonna ask you guys this again before we get into it any further. Who's your guys' camp standout? Like, who do you think is going to be the breakout player, Chad? I want to know in the chat who you guys think is going to be the dude that the All Raider Nation's probably going to either be pair witness of, or maybe some guys that we're not too aware of. We're gonna go over the position, and argue or debate if there's a battle to be had. So I think there'll be a nice little conversation to be had here. We're gonna start right from the top. We're gonna start with quarterbacks. So we can only go off who's on the roster now. So Fernando Mendoza, Kirk Cousins, Aiden O'Connell, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What happened? God damn it.
Oh, man.
I hate that shit, bro. I'm sitting here trying to look at the roster. I zoomed in too far. That's why I think. Come on, bro. Don't be doing me like that. I'm trying to zoom into the check and see. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So are we going to be having a quarterback competition or a camp battle between these quarterbacks? Do you guys think Aiden O'Connell is going to have a shot? Do you guys think Kirk Cousins is the bona fide walk-off that's going to be the starter no matter what happens? Or is Fernando Mendoza going to have a shot here? You guys think there's going to be any kind of training camp battles with the quarterbacks? What's your thoughts? Like, think there's going to be a real battle there?
No, I told y'all this from the beginning. It ain't no quarterback competition. It ain't no quarterback battle. It ain't no quarterback nothing. It's Kirk Cousins starting, and Mendoza's gonna sit until Kirk Cousins can't cousin no more. And if that happens before the trading deadline, then we might use AOC. And if it don't, then we probably gonna get rid of AOC because there's a pecking order. Like, people know, like, unless you just have this affinity for AOC, is that he's not the best quarterback on this roster. He's not even the second best quarterback on this roster, no matter how good he is. Although we probably have the best quarterback room in the football, or at least top 3, top 5. So no, it's not no quarterback competition. No, you're not going to see them all play equal through the preseason. You're going to see AOC get some reps because he's essentially auditioning for 31 other teams. We're going to see where Mendoza is based on how he play, and Cousins is going to get limited play. But we're not going to find out who our starting quarterback is after the 3rd preseason game. That'll be stupid because we need to be working our offense. We don't need to be trying to figure it out in preseason and then game 1 say, okay, this is our starter now. Now let's start working on it. That's not how they're not moving like that.
Hey, what up, Severe Raider? And shout out to Severe Raider, man. He'll be on the show with us tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. We're gonna be doing
do his homework.
We're gonna be doing a Max Crosby show. No, Severe is the homie, bro. I've known Severe for a few years. It's a long time coming, bro. He's supposed to be on my show a long time ago.
He still better do his homework. But I heard what he said about Max being like 7th.
Hey, Severe, bro. We gonna have a great conversation because I'm in that room with you too, game. We'll save that.
All y'all better do y'all homework.
I have a conversation for tomorrow, gang. But so let me ask you this, then, Black. Let me ask you, and don't. I can't. I'm just gonna say. Let me ask you this. So if Aiden O'Connell goes out in training camp, and hypothetically, right, he is way better than Kirk Cousins, you're still starting Kirk Cousins?
First of all, he ain't gonna do that, and second of all,
I'm saying hypothetically.
Let me answer the question. I answered it. I'm saying that ain't gonna happen. But second of all, even if he did, I just did a video for this. What the quarterback from Miami, Skylar Thompson.
Oh yeah, the
y'all
kid
don't
from
remember,
Miami. Yeah, I know.
Y'all don't remember Skylar Thompson, who threw for 5 touchdowns, 450 yards, no interceptions. He was a 7th round quarterback, killed the preseason. I mean, like, annihilated the preseason. And then Tua got hurt. Then Teddy Two Gloves got hurt, and they stuck him in the game. And guess what? The boy threw for like 200 yards or 400 yards in 7 games, had more interceptions than touchdowns, and it don't translate because preseason is not regular season. I'm sorry, they don't even run the same kind of defenses in preseason. So even if Mendoza go out there and throw for 6 touchdowns, which would be a record, and he throw for 500 yards with no interceptions, no, he ain't gonna start.
I'm not just saying in games. I'm talking about like training camp, like in practice.
I don't care. No,
significantly better. I don't care about the preseason.
No, because the preseason games mean more than practice. Like practice is one thing.
I mean, that Ram scrimmage is gonna tell us all we need to know about this team.
No, it's not.
We have
A
bro.
scrimmage,
That's gonna be our
have you ever been in a scrimmage? Have you ever been in a scrimmage before during football season or camp or anything like that?
When you hit the other team, you definitely want to hit them harder than you hit your own teammates. Yes.
Yeah, but that don't mean you that weighs more than a preseason game. No. First of all, it's a control.
I mean, I'm just going off what coaches say, bro. NFL coaches tell you right now they'd rather have a scrimmage than a preseason game. That's just what they say, bro.
No, I ain't never heard that. But even if that is true, even if that is true, it's a controlled scrimmage. So it's not even like a preseason game. It's not even like a real game. All you doing is doing different periods with another team. So yes, you will hit them harder, but it's not.
And not just if preseason, it's a lot more starter on starter play. You know, preseason's a lot of backups on backups, guys that aren't really going to be.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. I'm sorry. A scrimmage don't weigh that much. If a scrimmage weighed 10 pounds, a preseason game weighs like 20 pounds, and a real game weighs like about 70 pounds. So bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, it's not that. Only thing those things really do is it shows your coach where this player is. So it's not indicative of your team.
It's more of a measuring stick than anything else. Is how you're taking it.
Yeah, for the what you call that, the depth chart, because that's how you determine. Okay, cool. This player looked good against his own team. He looked good in OTAs. Now let's put him in a situation where he played against another team. Okay, he looked good against another team. Great. Let's give him heck of plays during the preseason game. Oh, he played good during the preseason game. Keep him on the roster. That don't mean start him because he did good. That just means that you're good enough to be on the 53 roster. Okay. But you can tell levels of players. Like you don't really usurp a player based on just how you play. It has a lot to do with your whole career, everything that comes with you. Because that's just like saying, what if Lindenberg played better than Kobe Dean during preseason? Do you put Lindenberg out there? No.
Yeah, but that's not even that's not even realistic though, bro. We're talking about two quarterbacks.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, because Cody Lindenberg's not that good, bro. Like Aiden O'Connell at this point of his career, I think, is just as good as Kirk Cousins.
Hell no.
We keep debating it. I want to get
Aiden O'Connell ain't won 5 games.
Hold on, bro. Let me get into the chat because we did ask. I want to know who your guys' training camp standouts are, who you're looking forward to. So let me get to that. Then we'll keep this debate going, bro. Because a lot of people.
Aiden O'Connell won 7 games in his whole career, and Kirk Cousins won 5 last year.
Severe got Hezekiah Masses, Hezekiah Masses. He said for the quarterbacks, he's looking out for Aiden being that dude. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got here?
Delusional.
Raider Shep said he's looking for Jack Besh or Jalen Naylor to be that training camp standout, that guy they're looking forward to. Sacktown Raider Mike says Cousins going to win the quarterback job no matter what. Anthony Ravencio said Cousins as well is locked in and quarterback 1. Let's see. He said everyone will think Mendoza. Everybody will see Mendoza as a bust. What up, J-Dog?
Y'all sleeping on AOC?
I'm trying to tell him, Nate.
Wait, how do you sleep on somebody that ain't did nothing? Like, y'all keep saying that. Y'all keep saying at this point in his career that he's better than Kirk Cousins. How? Kirk Cousins won 5 games last year in half a season. When AOC, he won 2 games the year before last. Cousins been in the league for like 30 years. What?
Kirk Cousins been in the league for like 30 years, dog. Of course,
we talking about last year. Now, you just went from as of right now, as of last season, he won 5 games. Aiden O'Connell won 5 games his rookie year. The second year, he won 2 games. Like, and then the year after that, he ain't win no games.
So he's going buddy's only been in the league for like 3 years.
Bro, I don't care. AOC can't win 5 games in this league yet. He can't even play. He hasn't even been play long enough to win 5 games. Like y'all, bro, you gotta stop this, bro. Because had this been any other player other than AOC, y'all would be calling this guy trash. Like any player that started off winning 5 games,
Black,
then play 2, then win 2 games, and then win no games. How do y'all think he a starter? How? When you go from 5 wins to 2 wins to 0 wins, how does that equate to starter? How? Just tell me that. How?
He was definitely way more qualified to be the starter over fucking Gardner Minshew.
No, don't bring nobody else into this. How do you go from 5 wins to 2 wins to no wins, and that means starter?
He's had like 9 different offensive coordinators and like 4 different head coaches in 2 seasons.
Bro,
how much progression do you expect to see when you're learning?
Those are excuses, bro. Those are excuses.
Those are the same excuses. That's the same excuses Derek Carr fans made for Derek Carr, but that's not
stop bringing other people into this, bro.
I'm just saying.
Stop bringing other people into this.
We're talking about,
but Derek Carr started. What are you talking about? He still started somehow. AOC haven't even made his way to start. Like, bro, you can't go from 5 wins to 2 wins to no wins and say starter. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Anyways, well, me and Black plan on having a show in the future about this anyway, so we'll say we'll continue. Hey, Nate, do you have any thoughts? You think there's going to be any battle whatsoever for the quarterback room? You think Aiden O'Connell's got a shot? You think Kirk Cousins is the bona fide starter? Fernando can compete? How are we feeling about the quarterback room going into camp?
Written in stone. It's Cousins'
Jason?
job. It's Cousins' job until the inevitable happens, where the offensive line or some sort of freak accident happens.
I don't want to hear nothing about Kirk Cousins making more money, because Mendoza make more money than Kirk Cousins.
I'm not going mad, bro. I only use the money thing for like Max and Derek. Those are the only 2 guys I've ever made.
That's true.
I only push them because of the money, and it's because they were both at one point. Derek Carr was the highest paid Raider, and Max. I don't really give a shit about money with the rest of these dudes, to be honest with you.
Well, I wasn't really talking about you, but because that's a legitimate argument. If you bring in a quarterback and they're making $20 million, and you got a $3 million quarterback, you trying to get some money, some value out your $20 million quarterback, but you pay him $20 million because he's earned it to some degree. Like we're comparing Pro Bowl players to a player that ain't even played a full season yet. Like, that's delusional.
I know, but I think there's reasons why he hasn't really played a full season though. Yeah, Black. But like I said,
garbage.
Stop hating, goddammit. I'm about to pull the Aiden O'Connell broomstick out and start beating. I'll just say it like this, chat. Y'all know how I'm rock, man. Like I told y'all, like I don't care about nothing but winning anymore. I don't care about feel good stories. I don't care about moral victories. I don't care about box scores. I want wins and losses. I don't care about the name on the front, on the back of the jersey. I care about the shield on the sleeve. So regardless of any of that shit, dude, regardless whoever is the better player, may the best man win. And I think we will, especially when you have a quarterback guru type offensive minded head coach. He's going to be able to diagnose, obviously, who's the best quarterback. So that's one benefit about having Clint Kubiak, is that on top of the fact, I actually like that we have a quarterback battle. I think that's going to bring more competition to the team, right? So that, and then obviously, you have a guy that's going to be able to handpick out of these 3 guys or 2 guys, if you don't like Aiden O'Connell, like some people, which one he wants. And Bronco fan, you could suck my dick, bro. You weren't in my chat fucking when the Raiders were 0-10. The Raiders were 10-0 against the Broncos, so you could suck my dick. Don't come to my channel now. Bronco fans show up in my chat left and right. Now they're beating the Raiders, bro. It was fucking 0-10, bro. I couldn't smell a Bronco fan within 100 million miles of my channel. Now these motherfuckers coming about the woodwork. Yeah, the Broncos are on top. How's your quarterback's ankle doing, bud? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of my chat.
Man, AOC look good in camp every year. They say all the right things about him in camp every year, but what y'all don't understand is camp is not regular season. Like, stop thinking regular season is indicative of how good you play in the regular season. I just told y'all that this dude that just went in there in the preseason and had the most prolific preseason ever, and he didn't even have 5. He wasn't even 500. Like, I think he was like 2 and something.
I think certain quarterback. I mean, there has been some quarterbacks that have won their job in the preseason though. Black. I mean, he may have not done it.
That's because the 2 quarterbacks are close to each other. It's not because you're not going to take a third string quarterback and he going to take the starter position because he played good in preseason. When does that happen?
I don't remember. Do you think that Aiden O'Connell is better than Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yes.
At the time we had them both.
Yeah, I thought he was better than fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. Remember Devontae Adams was damn near calling for Aiden O'Connell. He wanted the kid to play. He didn't want to take passes from Jimmy Garoppolo anymore.
You want to know why? Because Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't throw past 20 yards. That's why. I wouldn't want him to throw to me either.
I was just answering a question.
I mean, he's a better quarterback. That just means Aiden can throw further.
Just answering a question.
I mean, first of all, let me tell you something. As a wide receiver, you don't know nothing about quarterbacking. He just wants somebody to throw him the ball. He don't know about quarterbacking. So I'm not listening to no wide receiver tell me about quarterbacking. And I played both of them. And I was a better wide receiver than quarterback because I was an all-conference wide receiver. And I didn't understand until I played quarterback how difficult it actually was and how little that you really pay attention to the receiver like that. Like, he just wanted the ball. That's all that was about. But to answer your question, I would say Aiden O'Connell was better than Garoppolo at the time, but I wouldn't have started him over Garoppolo, though.
Why? That don't make sense. Why not?
I'm about to tell you why. I keep telling y'all this all the time because no matter how injured Garoppolo is, I know he has the capability of starting 12, 13 games because he's done it before. We haven't seen AOC do that. He started 10 games his rookie season. Then the second year, he got broke up, went 2-5. And then the year after that, he went 0-0 because he was unavailable. Like, that's going backwards. Like, don't tell me that this guy is better than this guy. They both garbage. But I'm gonna go with the one I know at least can make it through the maze, even if he went through it. I don't know what AOC can do. Because he's been showing us something different. He's been showing us he can.
Provencio is doing all kinds of hating on Mendoza in the chat. Mendoza's a buster ass Mendoza. I bet he's third string.
Who is that?
That's Anthony Provencio. You gotta lay off the fucking 211s, Anthony Provencio, dude. You're getting real emotional right now, bud. Yeah, I met AP last year in real life in LA. So this year too. He's cool. But yeah, man.
Kirk. Old man Kirk had. Oh yeah, I'm not even about to answer his. Right.
I don't know if he's talking shit or if he's just trying to shut your ass up, Anthony. All right, so let's move on to the running backs. All right. So I think this is the one running back room where I don't think there's going to be any argument about this is going to be the one position I don't think there's going to be any argument about who's going to be the number one. It's going to be Ashton Jeanty. Does anybody want to debate that? Does anybody think Mike Washington is as much hype as he has? Did anybody think that he's going to end up being better than Ashton Jeanty? I think we're all going to say Ashton Jeanty, right?
Yeah, he's bigger and faster and stronger than Ashton Jeanty.
I mean, at the combine, yeah. I mean, but that shit ain't nothing but dudes running in older.
I think this is for a go. I think the battle is going to be for that third position.
So who do you think is going to be the backup? You think Mike Washington's already won the backup, or is Dylan Laube?
For sure.
Mike Washington. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that I think it's going to be between Laube and Hemby and Collier.
Collier, yeah, Chris Collier. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I really don't think there's going to be any debate of who the first two backs are. I'm kind of with Black there. I don't think I just don't think. I think the talent significantly drops off from Mike Washington to Dylan Laube, though. And that's no disrespect to Dylan Laube, bro, but his ass is he's mid as shit. He's what was he like undrafted? Wasn't Dylan Laube like undrafted?
He's like a 6th round pick, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, Mike Washington was arguably the second best running back in this draft. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to seeing Roman Hemby, dude. Because I know in camp they said Roman Hemby looked real good. How's that translation, or not in camp, but mini camps? How's that going to translate when the pads are on is going to be interesting. But yeah, it looks like the overall consensus in the chat is that Laube's out. A lot of people ain't fucking with Laube, bro.
Let me tell you why somebody like Lobby will get the position over Hemby. And
Shout out
because
to 30, man. Hit the like button.
this is how it kind of works, man. So Hemby, let's say Hemby is a better athlete, right? Because first of all, the best athlete ain't always the one that starts. So it could be something as simple as Hemby don't know the plays like Lobby does. Because he does know, he's gonna know the plays because he's a third year in NFL player. So he already knows what it takes to understand the playbook. So it could be something as simple as Hemby don't even know how to line up, or he don't know, which way the play go. Maybe one or even two plays. And Lobby might just know it all the plays already and where to line up at. Only time it really becomes a competition is if y'all both on the same intellectual level and it comes down to the physicality of it, or it comes down to who break the most tackles in practice, or who scores more. And even that is subjective because it's not about stats when it comes to that. It's about, can I get this player to do? What does this player do very, very well? So when I put him in the game, I can expect that. That's what this is about. It's not about we're going to see who's the best player and we're going to be like best player. It don't work like that all the time. It don't even work like that. I won't say 80% of the time. The best players don't always play.
So you guys
A coach
think
cannot even like your attitude because you have a bad attitude and you could be the better player, but this other coach can be in all the meetings and be on time and be respectful and say hi to the garage attendant and just easier to get along with. That player might play before this other player because of the synergy.
And I agree. That's one thing I've been saying too, Severe, is that, and Sacktown Raider Mike said too, is that I think that's probably the only way Laube will make the team is because of the special teams, bro. Because I mean, he's not a great returner, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good fielding kicks and playing gunner and shit like that. He can tackle. That's what Nate said too. Is that the difference between him and Hemby is that we know Laube can tackle on special teams. We don't know if Hemby can yet. Not saying he can't. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah. Nutty Raider Nate's there. He's hiding behind that Raiders fucking war room fucking table right there.
Bro, so Severe. I bet you AOC picks up the playbook faster than Mendoza. I bet you. You want to know why? Because the very thing y'all keep talking about is, well, he had 18,000 coordinators and all that. Yeah, that's true. Nobody cares about that except for his parents and his wife. But the upside about that is that you have the ability to learn the playbook faster because you have a process. Hemby don't have an NFL process, so he's learning it right now. That's why AOC will pick up the playbook faster than Mendoza. But I bet you he don't outplay Mendoza though.
All right. So let me ask you guys this, chat. If we got to keep 3 running backs, who's the third running back? If I got to ask you guys, is it going to be Roman Hemby, Dylan Laube, or Chris Collier? You only get to pick one. And who do you guys think the Raiders are going to pick? I think something tells me, bro, they're going to keep Laube, bro. I think Laube's going to find a way to stay on the roster, dude. That's who I'm going with. Who you guys going with? You guys got Laube, Hemby, or Collier? Who's going to get that third running back spot? Because we still have to keep our fullback, too. So we still got the fullback. So
I hope Hemby definitely pushes for it, but I'm definitely leaning on Laube veteranism.
This is a roster full of young players, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think whatever solid veterans they think that are solid, I think they're going to keep, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be the best player, but I think if they just feel like they're solid, they're going to keep them. You feel me? So let's see. So what do we got in the chat? Who you got, Black? If they have to shift that, they're only going to keep the third running back. Who's the third running back?
I think it's going to be Laube, and they're going to put your boy on the
practice squad,
hoping that no one picks him up. But see, I could see it going either way, really. That's a position where I think
Put him on IR.
it kind of matter. It matters more than normal. That okay, let's say if Hemby just come out there and he shows that he knows as much as Lobby, which is quite possible, and he can show value. Then it's a competition. But what makes it a non-competition is Lobby can play running back and special teams, so that automatically gives him a leg up because he can fill two positions if needed. Like that. It's a business decision. Make sure y'all hit the like button.
Nah, I'm with you. So let's move on to tight ends. Raiders currently have they have 5 tight ends on the roster. Brock Bowers, Patrick Gurd, Ian Thomas, Carter Runyon, and Albert Owugadeboom. How the fuck you say that name? I know I just butchered that the shit, but that's fine. I'm allowed to do that. Albert Owugadeboom. Albert Owugadeboom Jr.
Oh yeah, we're gonna call him OK. Albert OK.
Yeah, Albert OK. So I don't know why they don't have Brock Bowers on here, but Brock Bowers obviously on here. So we got Brock Bowers, Patrick Gurd.
Who's Patrick?
Patrick Gurd. I don't know. He's a rookie from Cincinnati. So this is Ricky Cincinnati. Probably like undrafted or some shit. All right, so I don't know. Brock Bowers for sure. And Michael Mayer ain't even on here. Okay, I don't know how much I trust this now. I just realized Michael Mayer ain't on here.
Matter of fact, where did this come from?
This is just a Google search of Copilot 2026 Las Vegas. Yeah, they fucked that shit up. Well, at least we know who the running backs are and the quarterbacks are. That we know for sure. So let me see. The reason why I don't like using the Raiders website because it's not in by position, bro. I think it's in alphabetical order, bro.
Yeah, then you gotta scroll all the way through it.
Ass, bro. So now I gotta go.
You could sort by position though.
How?
We'll go alphabetical order. So push the position in.
Oh yes, you can. You smart son of a bitch.
You know what? You know what?
Give me a kiss.
I kid.
No, I'm not kidding. Give me a kiss. All right, so we're on tight ends. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we have. Let me zoom in some chat. Sorry, guys. Okay, no, that's better. Okay, so tight ends. Ian Thomas, Carter Runyon, Albert OK, Michael Mayer, Patrick Gurd, and Brock Bowers.
I'm hella mad that we really know how to do that now. I didn't even know that, Dirty.
Yeah, I didn't know that neither, bro. I didn't know that, bro. That's why I'm giving him kiss. So you guys think who you guys got making the roster? I got Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, and Ian Thomas. I think they're going to keep 3, and I think that's going to be the 3 they're going to keep. Also, because we do have a fullback, so we got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they signed Ian Thomas to be a blocking wide receiver. Like that's what he's known for. Like you can say he's weak or whatever, but it's not. It goes. I mean, and I agree with you, Tavir. I agree. But the thing is, it's about what you need that player for. We need him to block. We need somebody that ain't gonna get mad because we ain't throwing him the ball.
Bro, he's mid as fuck when I block him.
Yeah, he's mid, but he serves a purpose. Like I said, what is it that you do well that I put on the field? I can rely on that. And Ian Thomas, we can rely on him blocking.
I mean, yeah, but it's average. It's not like it's not replaceable. The point he's trying to make is I agree because I like Carter Runyon too. I think Carter Runyon. I don't know if he can block as well. We'd have to let him get some playing time to find out, but I couldn't imagine it being that much more worse.
You don't think they know?
Ain't a great blocker. He's average.
No, you can't say that. Oh my God.
I mean, he's not Elise Smith. I mean, Elise Smith is a blocking tight end.
He's not Elise Smith at all.
That's what I'm saying. And we're talking blocking tight ends. I want Elise Smith. I don't want Ian Thomas.
He's got size on him to make him effective enough.
Is Carter Runyon Lee Smith?
No, but he's bigger.
Well, then what is y'all talking about?
Bigger than him. He's bigger than.
So what? I mean, like Carter Runyon probably don't block better than Ian Thomas.
Well, we'll never know because I think he was a rookie last year.
No. Well, that's nice. That's even more.
Yeah, Carter Runyon looked nice in the preseason. But I was fucking with Carter Runyon.
Okay. Once again, I keep telling y'all about how y'all waive preseason games.
I don't care about preseason. I'm just saying he looked nice in the preseason. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. If he makes a team, he makes a team. If he don't, he does. The point I'm trying to make is that, and the only time he's ever got a chance to get out there and play black, he's looked all right. I don't care about it. Probably, I know it don't hold no weight, but we can only judge him off when he's played, which has been the preseason, and against guys that were similar of his skill level, he played decent against.
That's the only time you and I can gauge that. But you don't think that they know how well that this person can block? Like it doesn't. They got tape on the guy. Like it's not like he's gonna. It's not like they pulling him fresh out the package. Like they know what the guy is.
That's the reason why he's on the team. If I'm being real, they gave that full nice full contract, Ian Thomas, bro. He's making below average.
Why did they give it to him? Because they know what he could do. They don't just give it to you because your name Ian.
It was fucking Pete Carroll when he did a bunch of dumb shit.
No, because he got released and they re-signed him.
He's got
no, they re-signed him.
He don't even know half the shit he did.
Bro, he only had 1 year contract. They re-signed him. They went out and re-signed him.
The Raiders re-signed Ian Thomas this year?
Yes. Oh. They went and got him.
He
was gone.
I'm not a fan. And he wears belly jerseys, dude. Any grown-ass man that wears a belly jersey,
he could have left. I wouldn't have.
My boy wears a belly jersey, dude. Like, I'm done. It is. I mean, that's I guess that's personal shit, right, Black? And I get some dude. I do. I mean, Ian Thomas is all right, bro. I'm not saying he's terrible. I just feel like there should be some competition. Carter Runyon should be able to compete with that dude, bro, and possibly win. Bro. I'm not saying he's going to. I only seen Ian Thomas in one press conference, dude. He was in a press conference in a belly jersey, dude. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to turn this off.
You don't know nothing about that. That's before your time. And they bringing
that's cool. That shit weird to me.
That's because you ain't never had a 6-pack.
I had a 6-pack in my fridge. Fuck you talking about?
That's the best one right now, right?
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Fucking with us, bro. We appreciate y'all. Let's see if y'all got anything for us in the chat.
So why did they bring him back, Severe? Why did Clint Kubiak bring him back then?
Severe no ball, bro. Me and Severe, like, see this. There's certain motherfuckers, bro, that I like my mind's click with, bro. And he's
but answer the question. Why did they bring him back though then?
Maybe because the lack of veteran depth that tied in, because the other guys are all rookie young players, maybe.
So they brought him back before the season even started?
Yeah, see, like Severe said, I mean, we signed Philip Dorsett too. What the fuck's I got to say about anything?
What do you mean? He's a camp body. He's a camp body. And
Ian Thomas might be a camp body. That's the point he's trying to make.
Let me finish my sentence. Okay. And what y'all don't, and I'm not. I know we both cutting each other off. I'm just saying this is what I'm saying. As far as him, he has an actual shot to actually kind of make special teams, or he actually knows how to play the position of wide receiver because he's played on different teams.
Ian Thomas is a tight end, bro. He's not playing no wide receiver.
Bro, you just said Philip Dorsett.
Oh, you're talking about Dorsett. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, this is not a black thing. What I'm saying is y'all can say what y'all say about Ian Thomas, right? But this regime went out and got him. They went and got him before they could have waited. They could have waited, but they wanted him to be in camp. Yeah, sure. He might not be up to y'all standard of what it is, but honestly, Kubiak is like, I could use him to do something. And that's something that he need him to do. That's all he needs to do. He don't need to come in and catch. He don't need to come get 4 or 5 touchdowns. He don't need to do none of that. We just need you in 13 personnel and keep that DN off our quarterback. That's what we need you to do.
So this is my thing, bro. This is my thing, dog. I feel like if you get Clint Kubiak as your coach, regardless of what position you play on offense, dude, he's gonna make you better. If he can make a quarterback that was literally out there saying, I know y'all be like, it wasn't really ghosts, he was feeling pressure, but that motherfucker said he was seeing ghosts. If he can take a quarterback that was a bona fide first-round bust for the New York Giants that said he was on a fucking football field seeing ghosts because he was getting wrecked, can take that quarterback, go to another team, win a fucking Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? I believe this dude could probably make fucking something sweet out of a fucking pile of shit, dude. Clint Kubiak when it comes to offense. I'm damn near sold, bro. Like, it don't matter how bad you are on offense, bro. How much of a bad player you are. If you're on Clint Kubiak's offense, you're instantly going to be miles better.
Yeah, everybody gets a clean slate from last year. It's
What up, Raider Rich?
everyone gets a fresh, clean slate. Everybody goes out there. Everybody gets fresh start.
And I'm with you, Anthony Provencio. I do think, all bullshit aside, Ian Thomas is a good all-around football player. He is. But I do believe there should be some competition, because that's what we're talking about, right? Training camp competitions, battles, right? I think there needs to be a battle between him and Runyon. Runyon's got to try to push him, dude, because
Push him to do what?
Push him for his roster spot. Like, bro, I'm coming for you.
But to block?
Oh, as just a tight end overall, blocking, receiving.
But we're not bringing Ian Thomas in to be an overall tight end. That's what I'm not understanding. You guys are like, well, he needs to come in and push him. Push him to do what? Block better than him? Because that's the only thing we need Ian Thomas to do. We don't need him to catch.
Yeah, but
that's what his job is, to block. Average. That's the reason why they signed him, is to block. They didn't sign him to be an all-around tight end.
Well, that kind of makes you predictable, though. That means when we have Ian Thomas on the field, we know for sure.
Now when you got 3 tight ends in the game, like I said, you only just need him in the game to keep the DN off your quarterback.
I suppose.
That's it.
Shout out to the 20 in the chat, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. We appreciate you guys chilling with us tonight, man. Plenty more off-season content as we get ready for football season, training camp, getting ready to kick off here in about 2 weeks. We here just talking about possible training camp battles. You know what I'm saying? What up, Raiders, Shep? So let's see. So let's talk about offensive tackles. So we're gonna go over position. I know there's an argument there for DJ Glaze. For DJ Glaze. So we're looking at tackles on the roster. They're overall projected. Oh, go ahead.
Let me just say this about these tackles, bro. These motherfuckers do not they did not prioritize this position at all. They're really banking on Grant, pretty much, Charles Grant, to take over, and then all these other motherfuckers bro, it's terrible. I mean,
what is that bad?
Colton Miller
I don't think he's that bad. I mean, he had a terrible year last year. Numbers will say otherwise, but I'm willing to make a couple excuses for a young football player, especially when that young football player had fucking old buddy Brennan Carroll.
I think Glaze gets a fresh start. Everybody gets a fresh start.
Yes, I'm with you.
So that's what I was saying earlier. So he's gonna. But as soon as I see the same old habits and fucking, immediately he's
We're coming out with torches and pitchforks.
I'm saying he's a guard. So you know what I mean. And the rest of the tackles, bro, that's not good.
So Nate, if they take him out, right? Let's say you do see those things, right? And they take him out. You know, I would imagine that would affect his psyche, right? So do we get rid of him?
Well,
you kick him in the guard, I'd say.
Yeah, some people did say they feel like he's a better guard than he is a tackle.
I'd say you kick him in the guard.
But then he got to compete with like 4 other guards.
So I hate to cut you guys off, but before we keep going to shit, Raider Rich did drop a super chat real quick, and it's about the tight end group that we just talked about. So I don't want to move on too much past.
It's almost time to pay him. So I don't think we pay him. So there's your answer.
Ooh,
oh yeah, right. DJ Glaze. Yeah, after next year, he's due for a contract. So Raider Rich this is about regarding the tight ends. He said, "Is that why we have Michael Mayer is for blocking?" No,
Say that again.
I think because we're talking about blocking tight ends. He's wondering is Michael Mayer going to be that blocking tight end? Is that our expectations for Michael Mayer? Oh no, he said isn't. No. He said isn't that why we have Michael Mayer for blocking?
No. See, all our tight ends going to need to block this year for sure. Okay, but what it's going to be is it's like even Brock Bowers needs to block this year, but he don't need to block as much as Mayer. And Mayer don't need to block as much as Ian Thomas. But Mayer is probably a better blocker than Brock Bowers.
Oh, Michael Mayer is definitely a better blocker than Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, I'm not trying to say Brock Bowers is a terrible blocker, dude, but nobody on your team is expected. Georgia didn't even expect him to block. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Brock Bowers, he's not blocking. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, we don't need you to block, bro.
Yeah, because now you got you're probably your best offensive weapon taking unnecessary hits. They don't want you to hit him off the line of scrimmage. They just want free releases all day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing that makes Brock Bowers so special is that he's so great, bro, in terms of his route running, his cuts, everything is so great about just how he operates as an offensive player. I mean, Kubiak said it himself, bro. He's an offensive robot sent from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? I've called him a unicorn. That was my statement for Brock Bowers. He's a unicorn, bro. When you play tight end, bro, like most defenses are giving you free releases, bro. Like there's very many teams that hit inline tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Why you think Travis Kelce's been killing the league and all these other tight ends, Rob Gronkowski?
Too big. They're too big.
Yeah, if you don't hit them off the line, which is extremely hard to do, you're pretty much going to fry you. That's why when everybody be like, well, why is Kelce wide open when everybody knows he's going to get the ball? And why is Brock Bowers always open when he knows he's going to get when the team's always, it's because how fast he gets off the line, bro. Like he's off there. Like by the time the quarterback hikes the ball, this motherfucker's already crossing the field in a crossing route already. Like he's not getting touched. Most wide receivers are getting touched or something. Tight ends, inline tight ends for the most part, never get bumped. Never.
Well, because if you're a lineman, you don't want to get touched by the tight end. Like you don't want to be in the way of the tight end, and then consequently, you don't want the tight end to get in the way of the DN because you want the tight end to go ahead and get out into coverage. Like the reason why Kelce get open is because they always got to play zone where he at, and he just run to the zone and turn right around.
Yeah,
so
that shit.
And so that's how he don't even run routes no more. He just run to the zone and just turn around now. Like, so, the thing about it is you don't want Brock Bowers blocking a lot because then you take one of your elite receivers out of the pattern.
Shit, not just one of your elite receivers. Shit, one of the best playmakers in the entire National Football League. You don't want him blocking. Fuck all that.
Well, you need him to block sometimes, but yeah, like you said, you don't want him to be out there blocking a lot.
If anything, you might want to use him to chip and shit, let him get on the route, bro. But you're definitely not wanting to.
But I've seen Brock block though.
Oh no,
he just ain't the best.
All right, so let's move on with the tackles, guys. So I don't. There might be a competition there. When I look at the right tackle between Charles Grant and DJ Glaze, like. I'm willing. I do think Charles Grant is decent. I mean, not Charles Grant, but DJ Glaze. I'm willing to give him just a little bit of a nudge for last year, man. You know, a lot of players that come into year one, they have some kind of success. Usually teams in year two, they'll figure them out a little bit and they get exposed. I think that happened to DJ Glaze. I think that teams went to the offseason, they seen his weak points and they exposed him a lot this year. And on top of that, he had Brennan Carroll. You know what I'm saying? So I can go on and on about it. So I'm willing to see how he performs this year. But I do believe if the hype is real, and I hope it's real with Charles Grant, because we traded down and we passed up on a couple better receivers than Jack Besh to take Charles Grant and Carlos Rogers. So if Charles Grant can go out there, bro, and really compete with DJ Glaze, I'd be excited for that, bro, because I didn't want Jack Besh. I wanted receivers that were before Jack Besh, and the two guys that we traded down for Jack Besh never even really got in the field last year till the end of the year. If this guy, Charles Grant, can come in training camp and truly compete for the right tackle position, which, you know, there's hype around it. There's off-season hype. They're saying that he might be decent. I'm all here for. I'm here for it, bro. Like I really am, because we need something to pan out. If Jack Besh don't pan out, which I think before it's said and done, he's gonna have to play tight end. I really don't think he's gonna be a successful wide receiver in the NFL. That's just my opinion. We have to see how it pans out. But if Charles Grant can come in and be a starting tackle for the Raiders, and we don't get nothing out of Jack Besh, shit, I'll kick my feet up, cool, bro, because we got a tackle. You feel me? But something tells me, bro, Carlos Rogers ain't gonna be good, or whatever his name is. Charles Grant ain't gonna be good. So, and Jack Besh ain't going to be good. I'm already thinking worst case scenario, because Jack Besh couldn't create separation against Caillou Blue Kelly, bro. If he can't create separation against Caillou Blue Kelly and Darian Porter, you're probably never going to create separation. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Porter should be playing wide receiver.
I'm excited for Charles Grant and DJ Glaze. I'm excited for him.
Oh, that's so bad. Is that 2 second round draft picks?
Yeah, DJ Glaze and Jack Bish. No. No, Jack. I'm confused. You just confused the fuck out of me. Sorry.
Oh.
So what did Severe said? Brock gives good effort as a blocker, but he's not really good at it. When you're that good of a weapon, no one gives a fuck how you are as a blocker. He said Kelsey ain't thrown a block in 6 years. That's a fact, right? That's a fucking fact.
But Kelsey ain't played in this Kubiak offense either, where they require all the receivers to block now, though.
Yeah, no, you're right. Jason Marshall says, do it all, Brock. So unpredictable. Need the run game to be more unpredictable as a whole offense. You guys seen Ashton Jinty lately, bro? He looks fucking swole, bro. He looks like he's on a man on a mission. Excited for what he can be this year, bro. Dude was barely short of 1,000 yards behind probably one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen for the NFL, and probably one of the worst offensive line I ever seen for the Raiders.
I saw that video. He was talking about, I've been eating ice cream, cake, candy.
I was trolling at first. I was trolling. But you see how yummy he looks, though?
You gotta be eating protein bars and fucking chicken breast.
I was trolling.
I mean, every athlete has their cheat schedule, bro, where they go out there and they cheat on their diet, bro.
You can cheat on your diet when you're not a Raider no more. I don't give a fuck.
Severe said Brennan Carroll happened to DJ Glaze. I told people that the Nepo baby was a bum, and they said I was hating. No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Severe. That's the reason why I'm down to give DJ Glaze the benefit of the doubt this year. But we'll all see how it pans out. Like I said, I'm excited for competition. I feel like competition brings the best out of your players. Sounds cliche, but it's really true. May the best man win. Usually that always leads to winning in the NFL. And I think, talent level wise, compared to, a lot of Raider fans, they don't think DJ Glaze is very good. Some of them think Charles Grant's good. So it's going to be a battle. I think that's definitely going to be a battle at the right tackle position. We all know that Clint Kubiak said nothing is given. Everybody's going to have to go out and earn it. The shield was earned. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the 20 people, man. Hit the like button, man. Spending some time late night on a Friday night with us, man. We appreciate you. As always, man, we could come up with plenty more loaded content tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Myself, the boys, going to have Severe Raider on with us tomorrow night off of Kasi Raider. We'll be pulling up from across the pond. You know what I'm saying? And then Sunday, we're going to come on here. Shout out to Black for bringing it to my attention, man. Sunday we'll be on here. We'll be talking about a little Niner fan, the kid that went up there and tried to recruit Crosby. We'll talk a little bit about that, man. But yeah, plenty of loaded content. And then obviously as football season approaches, I'll be doing all the play-by-plays. We'll be here pretty much every day of the week. So I appreciate you guys. Get back to it, man. So appreciate it.
So the one time I got on Mac's line, you was like, "Oh, really?"
Who?
Me. I got on Mac's line about that kid.
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, oh shit, yeah. And it's crazy because it was hella weird, bro. Like they sent some little kid up there, and the first thing the kid did was cuss.
Right.
Like, what? What? Like, there's no way in hell this kid's like, yeah, Dad, I'm gonna go up there and cuss as soon as I see Max Crosby. That's cool, right? Like, yeah, it's weird. It is what it is. Right? All right, guys. So we're moving on to offensive guards. We'll start with Nutty Raider Nate. Do you feel like there's going to be any competition? Who do you feel like is going to be competing for that other guard spot outside of Jackson Powers Johnson? Or do you even have Jackson Powers Johnson's penciled in as already being the starting guard?
Yeah, bro. It's retarded that it's even a thing. He's a starter on any other team. If he's healthy, like I'm saying, they're hiding something from us and not telling us everything. So I'm assuming he's healthy until they tell me he's not. But he's the starter, and then I think Butford is going to be on the other side, which I think that should be flip flop. I think JPJ said it himself. He likes to play on the left side. He's shown he's played better on the left side, and yeah, and I think Buffer's probably a better right guard actually. So,
so you got Burford.
Yeah. Hopefully they figure it out, and then Caleb Rogers backing him up or competing somewhere, and then
no Jordan Meredith.
Trey Zoom.
Oh, Jordan Meredith ain't even on the team anymore. I thought he was still on the team. No, I guess not.
Yeah, he's a center. On the team.
Oh, he's the center. No, yeah, you're right. He's a center. Okay. I think Jordan Meredith's better at guard than he is center. Am I tripping?
bro. Yeah,
No, he is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They-
Why the
they-
fuck do they have
they-
that center again,
they
bro?
forced him there last year. when
Jordan
they had
Meredith
him.
was the center from last year. Okay, I'm tripping, bro. What he was a center, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Pete
I'm
Carroll was
JPJ.
hating on JPJ.
Couldn't get
That's
the calls
crazy.
right. Air quotes.
Yeah, I
sorry,
knew.
some
Because he
I be
asked
second
Meredith,
guessing myself. Sorry.
he asked Meredith about a player or two, and all of a sudden he wasn't smart enough. Hey,
What up, Isolada?
What was you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Alfredo, man. He's posting up the Brethren's channel, Nutty Raider Nate's channel. Go show
Oh
love.
yeah, thank you,
Loaded
brother.
Box.
My dog.
Black over there with Business Decision Sports, man. Saludos, bro. Appreciate y'all.
And that boy said Genty over there burning ice cream and cake off doing TikTok dances. Please tell me Ashton Genty is not doing TikTok dances.
Yeah,
Please tell me.
bro. He with all this young crowd shit.
Also,
bro.
that's why he be doing them dances. His touchdown dances look like that.
Yeah.
So that he be acting like what's my man's name that played corner and Travis Hunter. He over there acting like Travis Hunter.
Yeah, they're in the same draft class, so it makes sense, right?
Right.
Nah. I mean, he's a kid. Kid's gonna do kid. It's crazy to think, bro,
Yeah.
that you see like the whole wave, the whole fucking like that's where the celebrations came from, bro. Like that before you never seen defensive team celebrations, bro. Then social media got popular, motherfuckers was fucking with dances. Now you're like, NFL's like, yeah, let me put some team when they get interception, everybody's gonna go in the end zone and do a dance. Just brings engagement. That's really all that shit is. I'm excited for Trey Zune, guys. I don't know if this is his year. It's probably not. Barring the health of the tackles, but from everything I'm hearing, from what I saw at the combine, from what I seen in on tape, him playing against the SEC, he's played against some decent pass rushers. He can play everywhere, bro. Like I did see somebody in the chat earlier. This may be Colton Miller's successor here in a couple years. And let's just say hypothetically, chat, like say they don't fuck with either DJ Glaze or Charles Grant. I mean, Trey Zune can play right tackle too. So what would it be crazy that Trey Zune goes all the way to right tackle?
He's a wild card. I'm gonna be so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna be Trey Zune's gonna be that interesting dude in camp, dude, because they've all said in mini camps he's played well and he can play everywhere, bruh. I feel like outside of left tackle and center, he's gonna have a chance to compete for every single one of them spots. You know what I'm saying? So I might be tripping, but I know coming out of college, bro, he can play everywhere, bro.
Originally, they were saying he was a JPJ's replacement.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a guy to keep an eye on camp, dude, because he could play guard or tackle for sure. Obviously, there's Connor Hayward there. He'll obviously by default make the team, unless for whatever crazy shit something happens and he's not very good. So we covered all the offense, right? Quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, and linemen. Okay, cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you who my lineman is.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dude.
No, I was just thinking because see the thing for me is Trey Zune can play all the positions, right? And obviously he can play left tackle, which he probably can play right tackle. But the knock on him is that his arms is too short to box with God. So I get it, right? So they like, okay, we can put him at guard and he'd probably be more effective at guard. So I'm thinking the only way that he ends up playing tackle is if Grant doesn't hold his end of the bargain up, right? But I don't know because I don't know. I like what I see from Grant. It's just that to me, that experience that Glaze has, that it's kind of like you say, then everybody got a clean slate too. So it's kind of like he has to fall from grace in order for him to lose his position. Now, can he lose it in the season? If he started giving up a gang of sacks like he did last year, yeah, he can lose his position. But I just don't think starting the season off, he'll lose his position. And then it's going to be JPJ, then Linderbaum, and then see, this is where I need to see, because Burford is probably the person But you would think conventional wisdom would tell you Meredith when Meredith was really a high-ranking guard before he got switched. And then you got Zune over there, and then you got Taylor Rogers, which everybody seeming to love. So I don't know. I don't know about that position. I don't. So I kind of got to lean to Burford, but I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not using OTAs as a bar for my lineman, not my O lineman, not even D lineman, but on my O lineman. I'm not OTAs don't mean nothing.
Yeah, because there's no contact. That shit,
Yeah.
everybody's hitting each other. You can't really determine who's gonna win in the trenches and shit realistically until camp comes.
Because I was on teams where you seen this big old lineman and he like, oh, he playing for us. And then when we get them pads on, that boy's softer than marshmallow.
Yeah, that part. All right, so let's see. Severe said, I think Zune is going to be a swing player, gives you the flexibility to carry other positions on game day roster because he can sub in at several spots on the offensive line. Now, he's going to be interesting, bro, because there's at least 2 open spots on this offensive line, and he's going to have a chance to really compete for both of those spots. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. So let's move on. Let's transition to defense. We're going to be talking about potential training camp battles at the defensive tackle position. Lockie Tassi, Gary Smith II or the third, JJ Pegues, Trevon May, Jonah Lulu, Benito Jones, Tonka Hemingway, Brandon Cleveland, Adam Butler, Thomas Booker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 defensive tackles are going to be battling it out in training camp to earn one of them precedent fucking 53-man roster spots. So you guys see any comp? I mean, I feel like
6, I think, or 5. I think 6.
It's a lot of defensive tackles, bro. It's going to be some true competition
with Lockie Tassi. So I don't know if that really counts.
Yeah, Lockie Tassi is going to be he's the international player program, so I don't think his roster spot don't go against her. Yeah, so
who were they again? I'm sorry, it was Butler,
Gary Smith III, JJ Pegues, Trevon May, Jonah Lulu, Benito Jones, Tonka Hemingway, Brandon Cleveland, Adam Butler, and Thomas Booker.
Oh, yep. So you know who's gonna be out at 6. So either Cleveland gonna be out or what was the other person you just
Gary
said?
Smith III. I don't even know who this dude is.
He's gonna keep going down. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you straight. Benito Jones.
Benito Jones. We brought him in though.
Benito Jones is actually pretty decent against the run. I think that's how he makes his team. He's probably the closest thing we got to a nose tackle, true nose tackle besides Tonka.
I like him.
I do too. In the run, I think Benito Jones is solid, bro. Against the pass, I mean, but we're going to be running a lot of nickels, so I'm not really too worried about him being on the field in pass situations. But as a true 3-4 nose, yes, I think Benito Jones can get the job done against the run. I'm with you, Nate, for sure.
That's probably why we brought him in.
He was good, bro. He was good when the Dolphins picked him up, and for whatever reason, he's just stunk. He stunk last year. He just was not good, bro. I mean, he was a solid football player.
The team kind of just departed.
Yeah, exactly. Their whole team was kind of ass. It's hard. It's like they were kind of like the Raiders. It's hard to judge when your team had bad coaching, and that's no diss to Mike McDaniel, but we all knew Mike McDaniel lost that locker room, dude. He had been lost that locker room. That's why he lost his job. He started wearing the khakis a little bit too high. He was pulling up past his ankles a little bit too much. You feel me? And showed his cards, and the locker room figured him out like they figured out Antonio Pierce. They had to let him go. You know, certain guys aren't meant to be coaches. You feel me? Like, you're a little bit too immature, and that's no diss to Mike McDaniel. I think he's a great offensive mind regardless, but I don't think right now he's too young, and he showed in Miami, and he kind of got dealt a shit hand by getting Tua, because I think Tua is shit. I didn't think Tua was very good when he came out of college. I'm not a big fan of Tua Tagovailoa, yeah, and I'm not a big fan of left-handed quarterbacks in the National Football League. You look over the history of the league. There's not very many left-handed quarterbacks that come into the league that win Super Bowls. I mean, it's small list. You got like Steve Young,
left-handed quarterbacks. Period. when
That's
Milo
the
was
point I'm
good.
trying to make is I mean, Mike McDaniels kind of got dealt a shit hand for a lot of the reasons, but that's not on him. But anyways, this isn't
Should we bring back Christian Wilkinson?
I mean, if he's willing to, if he's available, the Raiders will bring him back. I wasn't with getting rid of Wilkins, bro. But it is
Motherfucker
what
owes
it
us
is.
some money. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, he obviously what he did was contract detriment, bro. Like contract detriment. He wasn't supposed to be doing what he's doing.
Idiot.
But I mean,
Ah.
I don't know if that whole kissing booth shit was real or any of that shit, but at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I just want people who make us better. And I think you talk about all the help that Max Crosby has ever had. I think that was the best chance the Raiders ever gave Max Crosby help was when we got Christian Wilkins. And unfortunately, no diss to Adam Butler, but he ruined that because once he got the sack and Adam Butler jumped on his fucking back and injured him, it was all downhill and he never played for us again. I'm not gonna blame.
And that was the best play Adam Butler made all
Yeah,
season,
bro, that part, that's the best play he ever made was over here doing a celebration that year, bro. Like, come on, bro. And you just hurt our fucking $100 million defensive tackle doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's a story for another show. But yeah,
it was like 2-3 plays before that. Maybe the series before that. Christian Wilkins did the same thing to Adam Butler.
Right.
They were just going back and forth.
Adam Butler's making pennies. Christian Wilkins is making $100 million.
I don't want to see my D tackles playing leapfrog.
No, I don't like that either. I agree.
Part.
I just fucking coaching.
Stick to your fucking stupid fucking anime shit you be doing and shit, bro. Stop fucking jumping over my players, bro. That's no diss to people who like anime. I just personally think it's stupid.
Control yourself.
Anyways, defensive tackles. So how we feeling? And you guys think there's going to be so the overall consensus I think is going to be Adam Butler, Tonka Hemingway, Jonah Lulu. Obviously, I believe obviously Jonah Lulu and Adam Butler for sure. Tonka Hemingway, I think for sure is going to make the team. Thomas Booker, I think for sure is going to make the team. So now we get to 5, 6. We got Brandon Cleveland, Trevon May, JJ Pegues, and Gary Smith. That's your competition, in my opinion, for that last tackle spot.
I think Pegues gonna play. He had 4 sacks last year.
No, that was Tonka Hemingway that had 4 sacks, bro.
Pegues is solid. I like
Pegues is solid, but no, that was Tonka Hemingway who had the 4 sacks last year.
We're not using him correctly, though. I can see it already. We're trying to make him into a nose tackle. He's not. He's like a poor man's Warren Sapp. Where he's quick enough to. He has a move. He has like a move or two where he can get to the quarterback. But as far as run stopper, he's not really that. But they're trying to make him a run stopper.
Remember when they came out of college, Nate, and they were both like, they were both playing offense, like getting handoffs, like fullback. Yeah, I would remember we were on here. I was like, dude, I like JJ Pegues as the handoff guy, like because obviously they're both defensive tackles, right? But I thought JJ Pegues was the better of the two with the ball in his hand on offense. Like he knew how to do a little something with it. I thought Tonka was the better defensive guy. And so far, I've been right with that statement. I didn't really know too much about him except from what I saw. I just know that Tonka's the bigger player. He's a lot more stout than JJ Pegues. JJ Pegues is more of a finesse player. And sometimes, bro, finesse don't get you far in the National Football League, bro. I mean, you got to have some kind of strength to you. Max Crosby's been able to make it work with pretty much no strength and all finesse.
You're right. His strength is definitely he's got quick feet. He can move. But he's not a true nose tackle, and that's what we're trying to force him into that position.
It's because that's what we need right now.
It's fucking
unfortunately.
Yeah, you were right too. He didn't have no sacks, so that boy did.
Tonka's a beast.
Yeah, you're right. Them dudes better. Them 4 people, or them 3 or 4 people that you just named. Like Cleveland better earn his spot.
Cleveland plays too high. I don't see him making the roster.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, he's a big boy, bro. Like he is a true nose, but if he gets caught playing high, dude, as a true 3-4 nose in the National Football League, dude, they will run all over us, bro. We will get ran all over, dude. If he can't stay low, bro.
He's a project. I don't even know. If it's just his body, his body shape.
I mean,
In
when you
total,
talk
it's
about the low man wins, bro,
not ideal.
there's when you talk about the low man wins in football, dude, that don't hold more weight than probably a nose tackle in a 3-4 defense, bro. Like he's got to be the lowest, stoutest motherfucker, bro, because 9 times out of 10 he's taking 2. You know what I'm saying? He's taking 2. I mean, go look at Vince Wilfork, bro. Like Vince Wilfork didn't look like that, but he was short, and that motherfucker knew how to stay low, bro, and get leverage. You feel me? So I'm with Nate. If I haven't done a ton of studying on Brandon Cleveland, but if he has a history of playing high, yeah, you won't go far in the National Football League, bro, at nose tackle playing high. I mean, like really at any position, but especially at like in the trenches, especially 3-4 nose tackle where you're the heart and soul of really a defense outside the middle linebacker because everything's coming right at you.
He's got like the Jonathan Hankins body. Is that his name? John Hank?
Yeah, Jonathan Hankins, yeah.
Big time Hank. Yeah. He's got like the body, but not as big, not quite as big as him, but the same kind of structure where he's big old body on top.
Yeah. No, I from what I've heard about him, he's a big boy. He's probably the best suited, you know, in terms of body mass to play a 3-4 nose tackle for us outside of maybe Lockie Tassi and Taka. But, you know, like I said, that's training camp, right? We'll find out. Like I said, there's going to be a real battle there between the guys we mentioned, Brandon Cleveland, Benito Jones, JJ Pegues, and Gary Smith. I think Benito Jones will probably run away with that. I ain't going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested to really see what Jonah Lulu does this year, Chad. How many sacks he have last year? Like 6?
He's on
the
tackle spot.
He's on the
He had 4.
Was it 4?
I think so. Let me check.
Let me look. I think but still, even 4, bro, in your first year starting in the National Football League as an interior defensive lineman is not a bad number, dude. Like that's not because defensive tackles.
He had 5 sacks. Oh yeah, 5 sacks in his career.
But that was his only last year. Yeah, that was only his first year. See, but yeah, I'm not.
Second year, his first year in 24, he had 1 sack, and in 25, he had 4 sacks.
51 tackles, 4 sacks.
Jonah Lulu played for
loss.
Indy.
Did he start his career with Indy? Is that who he started his career with?
Yeah, because he played with Kwity Paye.
Okay. I didn't know. I honestly thought we drafted Jonah Lulu. No, we drafted Jonah Lulu, bro. I'm about to say.
Who did Kwity Paye for? Hold on.
Jonah Lulu was drafted by us. We drafted him in 2024. No, he was an undrafted free agent in 2024. Started 7 games and had 1 sack.
The linebacker from the Colts.
Yeah, you're thinking about who?
Abulu or Alubu. Like number 50 for the Colts. He's a special teams guy, a linebacker.
I was gonna say, I think Jonah Lulu. So Jonah Lulu undrafted by the Raiders 2024. Started in 7 games with 1 sack, 35 tackles, 15 solo, 3 tackles for loss. Last year, he got a chance to started 15 games, 5 pass deflections too, chat. 5 pass deflections and 4 sacks with 51 tackles and 8 tackles for loss. 7 quarterback hits. That's not a bad fucking stat line, bro, for a young defensive tackle in his first fucking year. But I'm actually impressed. We might actually have a defensive tackle. The thing is, I don't think Jonah Lulu can play nose in a 3-4. He's probably going to be a 3-4 end. That's interesting, bro. That's actually nice. I knew he had somewhat of a solid year, but now that I'm deep diving into the numbers, that's really impressive. The 5 pass deflections alone. You know what I'm saying?
Sigana Luby from the Colts.
Okay. I still know who the fuck that is. So Jonah Lulu, 6'5", 289. Yeah, that's really undersized to play. When you think of D tackle or nose tackles, bro, you're thinking 320. You know what I'm saying? At least 310, somewhere in there. So he's severely, but yeah, he'd be a nice. I mean, we'll see how that pans out. I mean, it's positionless football now, bro. Like the NFL is trying to go to the NBA, bro. Like they don't want positions anymore. So anyways, guys, let's continue to move on. What was the next position we were going over? All right, defensive ends. All right, chat. So let's move on to defensive ends. We appreciate you guys once again spending your time with us tonight. It is currently 12 a.m. on the West Coast, 3 a.m. for all my brothers out there on the East Coast, man. We appreciate you guys, man, as always. We do this shit for you guys, bro. Otherwise, we'd be on this bitch talking to ourselves in a wall. So love you guys, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to all the channels, bro. Plenty of content coming forward. Once again, tomorrow night, the brethren, myself, Severe Raider, Alpha Kasi Raider live talking about Max Crosby being their 4th ranked edge in the National Football League, according to NFL execs and scouts and NFL players in general. And then Sunday, we will be live talking about Max Crosby being recruited by a young 49er fan. So we appreciate you guys as always. Plenty more content coming forward. Appreciate y'all. So let's see. Severe said he got drafted by Indy in the 7th, I think, but we claimed him off waivers when they cut him during the final roster cuts, I believe. Okay, so there it is right there. So it's he may have got drafted by Indianapolis Colts, but they cut him and we claimed him that year. So he's possibly he got drafted. It doesn't say that. It only just goes off who he played for.
Yeah, he got claimed. He got because he got cut, but he was playing with Kwity Paye though. I knew Kwity Paye said that they played together.
Okay,
but
yeah. He just didn't make the
final roster, right?
Yeah. Okay. So that's Severe doing his homework. You feel me? Shout out to Severe. All right, guys. So let's look at the defensive ends. We're gonna go over the obvious makes. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Max Crosby, Kieron Crawford, Malcolm Kuntz, Kwity Paye. All right.
Sure.
So we're leaving. That leaves us with Cian Sloan, Jafari Harvey. And that's it in terms of just defensive ends.
I think Cian Sloan gonna be a linebacker though, and so is like probably
or outside linebacker. I seen him playing a lot of that in college. What up, Milka Beezy?
Yeah, because he has no sacks. He don't have no sacks, so we don't bring a DN that has no sacks. So he's probably playing linebacker. So is Kieron Crawford probably playing linebacker too, but.
And who else, bro? You know who needs to play linebacker, bro? Is Malcolm Kuntz. Yeah, there you go. See, our brains clicking there. Kuntz played outside linebacker, stand-up linebacker at Buffalo, dog. Ever since he's played defensive end, except for a handful of games under Antonio Pierce a few years back, he's not a defensive end, bro. He's an undersized defensive end, bro. Like I'm not saying he's an oversized defensive or an outside linebacker. I feel like Malcolm Kuntz he's better suited to play a 3-4.
Would you say we have been playing out of position?
Yeah, I think Malcolm Kuntz has been playing out of position. Yeah.
So that year that he balled out, right? Where was he playing then?
Defensive end.
See, that's why they kept him there.
Yeah, you could be right. Because when we drafted him out of Buffalo, we moved him from outside linebacker to defensive end. Because it was our scheme. We had Patrick Graham, and Patrick Graham didn't run 3-4. He ran 4-3. Yeah. So they've been playing Malcolm Kuntz out of position in my opinion. So I think Malcolm Kuntz, in my opinion, is more set up to play as a stand-up linebacker, bro. And I think the Raiders' best recipe for success, you guys can argue with me if you guys think I'm wrong, is putting Max Crosby. If you're going to really keep Max Crosby, which I still feel like there's probably going to be a trade at some point. If not, then I'm wrong. But anyways, that's a story for another day. I think the best chance for the Raiders to win is run 3-4, put Max Crosby at defensive end, and you put fucking Malcolm Kuntz as outside linebacker right next to fucking Max Crosby, and you let them rush every fucking time, bro. You let those two guys right next to each other rush. They have a great chemistry with one another. They vouch for each other. They love one another. Put those guys side by side. Let them work. You feel me? Let that chemistry show on the football field, because apparently to Kuntz and Max Crosby, they have a great relationship. Let's see that transition to the football field and let them play together, because in my opinion, they're our two best all-around pure pass rushers, bro. I mean, Malcolm Kuntz hasn't been healthy, right? But if he's healthy, I think he's still one of our best pure pass rushers. Put him and Crosby on the same fucking side and just let it fucking rock. If it don't work, it don't work, bro. But you put him there, bro. I might be wrong, but that's how I would run the roster.
On the other end with mental reps, and that might be an issue. Boy, you put Kwity Paye on the other end and mental reps right next to him.
Mental reps.
And Kieron Crawford, and then we just go crazy.
Our other outside linebacker, like we don't got nobody else to put over there.
No, we got Cian Sloan. He'll play outside linebacker too.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'd want to put my best 2 pass rushers next to each other, bro. That's always been my mindset. I remember, guys, remember when back to the Khalil Mack days when they would put Khalil Mack and Bruce Irvin next to each other, and for that short amount of time when we had Aldon Smith and they were putting Khalil Mack and Aldon Smith on the same side. So that's just my mindset. I would run it that way. I don't think Max Crosby is going to be able to make it as a stand-up outside linebacker in a 3-4. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I truly don't believe it, dog. Dude, Raider fans last year when Max Crosby were dropping into coverage, why are they dropping Max Crosby into coverage? He sucks. Why are they doing that? Let him rush. Well, guess what? When you're a fucking defensive, an outside linebacker in a 3-4, you're going to be expected to drop into coverage, bro. And if you look as uncomfortable as he did in coverage, that's going to be a fucking problem, bro. That's going to be a problem. That's why we drafted Kieron Crawford, because they drop him into coverage and he's comfortable in coverage. You have to have guys that are comfortable they're not going to back up every single time, but when they are, they have to be comfortable and they can't be a liability. As soon as a team sees the Raiders drop Max Crosby in coverage, they're throwing the ball at him and he's not going to do nothing. He's not a fucking outside linebacker. He's a fucking defensive end. They're going to put a linebacker on him and they're going to expose him. And they're going to put a running back on Max Crosby and they're going to expose him.
Bro, no. If Max have to go and drop in the coverage, he only going to drop to a hook to curl. He's not about to be running all over the place.
If they run man, outside linebackers are expected to pick up
You're running backs in the
passing game. You should know this, Black.
You ain't running no man. But they're not running a man.
You never know when the situation is at hand. You're going to have to run a particular play, and if it's going to be man, he's going to have to guard a running back, and he's not guarding a running back.
No, he's not.
I mean, whatever. I mean, if he plays up stand up outside linebacker, at some point he's going to have to guard somebody.
He's not going to have to play man on a running back. I promise you.
They play man. He's going to have to play man.
But they're not going to call man when he's the one that's dropping back.
I mean, it's hard to predict the future. I mean, I hear you, bro. I've seen the Raiders do dumber shit, but I hear you.
It's a scheme, bro.
All right. So, any other arguments behind the defensive end? I mean, obviously, we got Cian Sloan. I think you're right on the head with that. I think Cian Sloan's probably going to be the only other guy. I don't know who Jafari Harvey is. His name sounds kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. It has a ring to it.
Right.
But outside of that, you feel me? I don't know too much about him. So let's move into the cornerback room. There's going to be a lot of competition here, guys. I think this is where the most of the competition is going to come out. I know Black and Dirty aren't really extremely high on Darian Porter. I mean, we just went over the NFL's prediction. I didn't know, dude. Darian Porter only allowed like a sub 80% passer rating when targeted, and that's pretty fucking good for a converted wide receiver coming out of college playing corner. I mean, you take it with a grain of salt, I suppose, right? But obviously, you're going to have Darian Porter there. I think he's going to be a bona fide roster spot just because of obviously where he was. The Raiders aren't going to cut him. So you're going to have Darian Porter. You're going to have Eric Stokes. You're going to have Jermod McCoy. You're going to have Hezekiah Masses, and you're going to have Teron Johnson. Is there any argument there that those guys are probably going to be the corners that are going to come into the fucking regular season? Those are going to be the main guys, right?
Yeah. I did see a stat about Porter
in that room, though, right?
I did see a stat about Porter doing something very well. And granted, I was like, okay, well, maybe I might not know, right? So I'm going to keep my mind open to that. But what I do know is he did start, and then he got Caillou was getting work, but Caillou got more interceptions than him. But he came in for Caillou, and then Caillou came back in for him. So that's what gave me the perception that he's not ready yet. Now, I don't know. I'm going to postpone my judgment when it comes to Darian Porter because I was out on Darian Porter, but
okay.
I don't know. I'm just going. I'm clean slate, as y'all say.
I'm with you. I do not like Porter. I think he's one of those regime.
Oh, he had that subpar 80 presser rating, dude. That's in the top. That's in the top 20 corners in the league.
That was last year, but I think this
regime. I feel you. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm a fan. That's all.
This regime, it's not going to fit. It's just like every time we switch over regimes, the rosters, it doesn't match up with what the new vision is, and I think that's what we have here. But I do see them. I see them at least trying them out at maybe safety before they totally give up on them. Let them play some slot right there.
Darian Porter get a shot to run safety.
Run some plug. run around back there, see if he picks anything up or if he looks more natural. Because for real, corner, he did not look natural at all. I thought he took some bad angles. His instincts were lacking.
It's like literally like his first year playing corner, though, Nate. Like you got to give him some kind of like, bro, like he can't.
But then you can't say he's gonna be the starter next year if that's the case.
I'm not saying he's gonna be the starter. I'm not saying
no, not you.
Okay,
he's a projected starter right now.
It's because the reason why though, Black, is because look on paper, dude. We don't have nobody.
Man, at corner, we got a bunch of
dude, because we're going off veteran. I mean, that might be the wrong term, but guys who have played right in the NFL, they're not going to go out and name Jermod McCoy right off the rip the starter over Darian Porter. They're not going to do that with Hezekiah Mysis, whoever the fuck this dude is here, respectfully. D-Cam, they're not going to do that because these dudes have very limited playing time, dude. Of course, they're going to be like Darian Porter is going to be the main dude because he got significant playing time last year. And the playing time that he got, he held quarterbacks to a subpar 80 rating. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got some reputable numbers. These dudes ain't never done shit. That's the only reason why he's penciled in. That's the only reason why, respectfully to all these guys. That's the only reason why. These dudes ain't never did shit.
I agree with you on that.
That's all. That's the only point I'm trying to make. And that's the only point I was ever trying to argue with Darian Porter. It's that, like, Jermod McCoy, like, it's all based off what he can, what he may be able to do. Like, we don't know. Hezekiah Mysis, what he may be able to do. We don't know. We know, I feel like Teron Johnson's probably one of the surefire guys we have that we know he's going to come in and probably be better than Darian Porter. He may even be better than Eric Stokes. He's that good at a slot corner. You know what I'm saying? But D-Cam, we don't know because he ain't really played for us at all. You know what I'm saying? He's got very limited roles. And if I remember correctly, he was getting cooked. So, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, the what's the word? The foam will rise to the top, whatever the hell the shit is. All that shit will rise. The cream will rise to the top, whatever. Come here in a couple of weeks. You feel me? And I think that's probably the biggest room that's going to have the most competition is going to be that cornerback room, dude.
So Darian Porter was a 54.4 PFF defense grade. Caillou was a 51.9. The difference is Caillou had 6 pass deflections, Porter had 3, and then Caillou had 3 interceptions, Porter had none. Caillou had 40
that's PFF
tackles.
though, bro. PFF, everybody knows, take that shit with a grain of salt. I'm going over quarterback passer rating allowed.
No, that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing that you graded by, but you don't
have to. A lot
take
of players
it.
have good PFF grades, but are no good.
No, you got to break it down to.
I'm not trying to shit on your take, bro. Sorry, dog.
No, you can if you want to, but what I do know is you can take the PFF grade out or whatever. I'd rather have a corner that got 3 interceptions versus none, and I'd rather have a corner that got 6
Dude,
pass deflections.
Caillou Blue Kelly had 3 interceptions, but gave up the highest passer rating in the National Football League out of 160 plus eligible corners. Black. What do you mean?
But we're not justifying any of that. They both was equally garbage.
No, they weren't as equally garbage. One gave up a subpar 80% quarterback rating, and the other one gave up like 130%.
Okay, all right. So why did he end up? So how did he end up in the low 50s then, bro?
I don't know because that's why
he had no pass deflections, he had no interceptions.
I don't work for Pro Football fucking.
No, because I'm telling you why. Because he had no interceptions and limited pass deflections, bro.
And that's all. I mean, Caillou Blue Kelly has played corner his entire life, college and the National Football League. Darian Porter's played corner for 1 season. So, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't making excuses.
So he had a sub. So what did Darian Porter have?
It was like he allowed like an 86 or an 84.2 quarterback rating when targeted. And the only person higher than him was Eric Stokes, who allowed an 81 point something, which was number 1 in football. Eric Stokes had the lowest quarterback rating allowed in football last year, and Darian Porter was only 5 points off of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just going off passer rating. The only reason why I know that is I just did the NFL little review shit, their preview shit, and they mentioned all that shit. So I didn't know any of that shit neither. I didn't know Darian Porter played that well neither, bro, but he fucking did. I knew, I was like, okay, Darian Porter's playing all right, but I didn't know he was sub 80% passer rating type corner, dude. And he was, and that's impressive. That's especially for a guy that's only played corner, what was it, like 12 games in college and 1 year in the National Football League. You know, so
So
like I said,
essentially, they're saying his issue is this is what Porter's issue is not the passing rating, which is a good. At least he can cover. That's good, right?
yeah,
I
that's the
give him
point.
that.
That's what corners get paid to do, is cover.
No. They
All
get
right,
paid
go
for
ahead,
what?
go ahead.
This
Sorry,
in
dude.
this
Go ahead.
league in the league now they get paid to tackle too. But
Yeah, I know.
his
He was a
issue
good
is
tackler too, though.
his issue was he struggled in run defense, tackling consistency, or giving up like penalties. I don't know, but I don't know. I like. With that being said, it's easier to teach tackling than it is to cover. So
Yeah. Tackling is a lot of fundamentals, dude. I mean, coverage is too.
attitude.
But I've said this before. In my honest opinion, you guys can argue with me if you guys believe I'm wrong. I think the 2 hardest positions, or maybe 3 hardest positions in the National Football League to learn as a rookie, is probably left tackle, quarterback, and cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Like cornerbacks, dude, they have to guess 99% of the time. You feel me? And if you guess wrong, you're giving up touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Especially from, like I said, a guy that converted. You know, he's only been playing corner for a short amount of time. The thing is, he's got the NFL body. It's not just a Pete Carroll thing. And I see, oh, well, he's not a scheme fit because he was drafted by Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll likes tall corners. Yes, Pete Carroll likes tall corners, dude, but the National Football League now is they want tall corners that can run. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a Pete Carroll thing. Pete Carroll just brought that to the National Football League. And he made that. He showed the importance of having a tall secondary. That's all Pete Carroll did. It's not just a Pete Carroll thing. That is a National Football League thing now. You're having fucking slot corners that are 6'4". Look at Kyle Hamilton, bro. He's a safety. He plays slot corner. He's 6'4". Look at the cocksucker up in Seattle they drafted last year. He's a safety. He plays slot corner. He's like 6'3". The NFL is getting to a taller, faster football robot fucking league, like Kubiak said with Brock Bowers, dude. You're having a lot of taller, faster dudes that you've never seen before, guys that are 6'4" that can run 4.3 when you've never seen that before, bro. It was always the little dudes that ran that. Now you're having these dudes coming out, and those are the unicorns, bro. Those are the unicorns. Those are the guys that if you can find the right one and he's a system fit, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. So
That's what I'm saying. Tackling is an attitude. Yeah, tackling is an attitude. You just gotta want to do that. But so they saying Porter, his passing grade was 52, his coverage grade, and his run defense grade is 59.5. And they're essentially saying like PFF don't just grade when the quarterback targets just that guy. They grade it completely on even if the ball don't go to that guy or other metrics than just that. So it's a more comprehensive metric. All I'm saying is this though. Either way it go, like he's
completion
because the 86 grade is average, and that's pretty good for a first year corner. Like I get that. So now he just got to he has to step his game up a level though, for sure. And I think he can do it. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, so Rebel checked me with the quarterback rating. It wasn't quarterback rating. I believe Eric Stokes was number 1 in completion percentage allowed. So you got me on that. It's all good. I'm glad I got you to correct me, bro. I knew it was one of them. It's completion percentage. All right, so let's continue to move on. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to keep people around too much later. We're going to go over the safeties. Actually, we didn't even do the linebackers yet. We've already covered the course. Go over the linebackers. So we're going to look at the linebackers on the current Raiders roster. We're going to go over, I think, the guys that are for sure fires to make the roster. Then we'll talk about everybody else. Quay Walker, Cody Lindenberg, he's going to make because of special teams. Just keep that in mind. He's our special teams ace. He's a Pro Bowl special teamer. You have Nakobe Dean. So I think those are the only 3 guys that for sure have a spot right now. Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, and Cody Lindenberg. That leaves you with Chris Thomas, Xavier Sori, Segun Alubi, Cameron McCrone, Tommy Eichenberg, Brennan Jackson. This guy, Brennan Jackson, he might have a real shot, bro. He's an athletic fucking freak, dude. He's 6'4". He's an animal, and he runs extremely fast. If he can find a way to just learn a little bit of football, he might be special for the Raiders, but that's a story for another show. And then Tommy Eichenberg. So would you guys agree with me that the surefires are Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, and Cody Lindenberg?
Yeah, and we gave Alubi some money, I think, to come over here from the Colts. Not a lot, but
yeah, you're right.
So who do you think there's going to be? So the competition's going to be between Brennan Jackson. It's, bro, you know, this is the worry position for me with the Raiders, bro, is we have no depth, bro, in terms of starting depth. This is it. We got Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker, dog. And then the talent level drops off significantly. I mean, significantly, dude. It's not even close, bro. So, you know, that's the one thing that worries about me with this team. You know, one thing about me, I'm glad I'm not going in with the expectation that our defense is going to be very good anyway. So even if they get injured, which I hope they don't, and our defense sucks, I think our defense is going to suck anyway. So anyways, yeah, I mean, I think Brennan Jackson's going to have a chance to compete. Tommy Eichenberg, drafted by the Raiders. Obviously, he's going to want to make the team with his brother Cody Lindenberg making the squad. You feel me? And they're not really related. Their names just sound similar, chat. Sorry.
Oh, we didn't even do the receivers. That's what made me remember the receivers.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm kind of all over the place. Sometimes I need a little bit of direction, so we haven't done them either.
We all missed it.
No, yeah, you straight. All right, so
it's alphabetical order, so it's probably at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's because it's the position by order. It's all good. It's whatever though. I ain't tripping. All right, so linebackers. You guys have making any argument for any of these guys? It's probably just a fucking shot in the bucket with who else makes the team, right?
Yeah, I hope we grab somebody.
Von Miller? I mean, he's an outside linebacker though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Von Miller was down to come to the Raiders just to rub it in the Broncos' face for the jig, bro, I would snatch him up, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Just to see if possibly there's something left there, dog.
10 sacks a season for sure.
If he wants to play here, bro, I would grab him, but that's just me.
Nick Ngakoue.
So yeah, let's talk about the receivers, bro, because I feel like that one is probably gonna have a little bit more of a.
So who's the Rebel Raider?
That's Raiders. That's Raiders Unleashed. Raiders Rebel.
No, wait, no.
Oh, the Rebel Raider. Oh, he's the homie. He's been following my page for a long time. Why?
No, because Unleashed said that wasn't him, and I'm like, y'all have similar names.
Yeah, their names are similar. Yeah, that's why. That's why I thought you were talking about Raiders Unleashed. Yeah, it's hard to it's kind of confusing me now that I think about it. All right, anyways, let's move on. Shout out to Raiders Rebel and the other Raiders, because Raiders Rebel, Raiders Unleashed name used to be the Raiders Rebel, bro, or some shit like that. And then we already had the Rebel Raider that was already around, bro. So their fucking names are just I'm getting confused, goddammit, you son of a bitch. My brain ain't good.
I got what you got. I know what you're saying.
Talk about goddammit. All right. So, anyways, wide receivers. All right. So let's go over the obvious consensus guys that I think are probably going to make the roster. All right. You guys can argue with me if you guys want. All right. So we're gonna have Trey Tucker. Okay, Jalen Naylor, Dante Thornton, Malik Benson, and Jack Besh. That's who I got. You guys got any debates on that? That's pretty much what we agree. I think that's what we agreed on the other night. No.
Who again?
So we got Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton, Jalen Naylor, Malik Benson, and Jack Besh. That's who I feel like is probably going to make the roster.
But you got 5?
I think that's 5.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think we might keep 5 or 6. I don't know. Shedrick Jackson, you don't think he'll make it?
Nah, I think Shedrick Jackson's a feel-good story, dude. I don't think he makes the team. I hate to say that sounds kind of fucked up. I do like Shedrick Jackson, but we got a lot of guys that I wouldn't say a lot, but we got at least 4 guys that are better than him. So if he makes the roster it's probably going to be because he beats out a Malik Benson. You know what I'm saying? And from what I'm hearing, Malik Benson looks the part. So if that's the case,
I thought he could take Thornton's spot.
What up, Fina? What up? What, Malik Benson taking Thornton's spot?
Well, yeah, that, and then Jackson can take Thornton's spot.
Man, Dante Thornton is for sure making the squad, man. Man, he started all the games last year. Like, started hella games already.
Shout out to the chat, man. Drop the like button, subscribe. Appreciate you. I mean, I'm interested to see what Shedrick Jackson can, because I feel like the one spot that's going to be available is the Malik Benson spot. That's that. If there's any competition, it's going to be competition with Malik. And from what, like I said, I'm only going off what I've heard of from guys that are at minicamp and watching the Raiders. Malik Benson's running away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I penciled him in. Now, if Shedrick Jackson can go out there and cook some shit, maybe that changes. Brandon Johnson, Chase Roberts, maybe that changes. EJ Williams, which I think EJ Williams may have a shot to, if he don't make the roster, he's probably going to be on the practice squad, like old buddy, the running back Himby, because he's from Indiana. I think the Raiders are going to try to keep him around. But outside of that, bro, it's just a spit in the pan. You feel me? Like, yeah, bro, I was confused, Raider Mike. Like, I fucking, my brain capacity can only work so fucking much, bro. When I'm trying to do shows and trying to think of what a motherfucking name is, bro. Like, when I was younger, my brain used to be able to do that, bro. I have a fucking old brain. My brain is a stupid brain. You know what I'm saying? You guys ever seen Scary Movie and they cut the dude's brain open and he's like, opens up the brain. It's like, this is your brain on drugs. That's my dumbass brain type shit. You feel me? So I couldn't comprehend exactly what was going on in the chat. But man, I love y'all boys. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to be back live tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. with the homie Severe Raider and Afakasi Raider, talking all things Max Crosby. So, all right, man. So Dante Thornton, I'm excited to see what he can bring in year 2. But this is a very weak wide receiver room, but that's going to bring competition, I think. Like, I think obviously Trey Tucker is going to be your number 1 receiver. Jalen Naylor is going to be your number 2. My question is, who's going to win that slot job, bro? Because Jack Besh isn't a slot wide receiver, bro. He's not a slot. He's an outside receiver, bro. Like, he can't really. I mean, I don't know, bro.
If what you guys are saying is true, which is not true, but let's just assume that it is true that he can't get any separation. Like,
I just go off what the report said, Black. That's what they said.
I know, and they say a lot of things, but let's just assume that they're right, though.
Okay.
To get him open, then you put him in the slot. Like, you don't have to be a slot receiver to be put in the slot. Like, just like Randy Moss, the year that he got all them touchdowns, he was playing slot a lot of those times because it gives you the ability to maneuver before you get to the defender, or you can run through the zone or whatever. And I think Besh is going to be good for that. He's going to be a possession receiver. He's not a boundary receiver. Now, if you guys expect him to run by the corner all the time and get separation that way, no, that's what you got Dante Thornton for. Create that. But
when we talk about slot wide receivers, though, Black, like the majority of the good ones are option route wide receivers in the slot and choice wide receivers in the slot, and he's not good at that, bro.
No,
he's not, bro. He's not enough.
But that's not our offense. Our offense
we don't know. We don't know what our offense is.
Yes,
like, I hear you. We don't know.
I know.
We're just assuming off of how he coached in Seattle. We don't know what it's going to look like.
I'm not assuming nothing.
What his expectations are.
Bro, he's not about to come in and change all his stuff around, bro. He's not.
Bro,
he's not going to come in and change,
was the slot wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks last year? I guarantee it wasn't a dude that was 6'2" that couldn't even fucking move. When he ran, he was running in mud.
Okay.
Jack Best can't move, bro. Like,
No,
I'm not
you're
trying
saying
to hate.
that.
I seen
You
it.
ain't
I
even really
seen
watched
it.
him, bro.
What do you mean? I never watched him. I do play-by-plays for the fucking Raiders every game last year.
You must
mean
not have.
fucking watch it?
But you also think that AOC is good, so I already know you don't know what you're talking about.
So you're
But
judging my
Jack
opinion
Best,
on a wide receiver because of my
Jack
judgment
Best,
on the quarterback. Okay,
Jack Best,
bro. It is
bro.
what it is. I ain't gonna argue about
So
it.
is Jack Best a good blocker?
Yeah.
Since you watched him,
He's a good blocker. Yeah, he's solid. He's
okay,
solid.
so that'll get him on the field already.
So
Even if he
we drafted a wide
separation.
receiver in the second round to block.
Oh my
Fuck
God!
outta
So now
here,
you act
bro.
like he can't catch, even though he caught
You
20
can't create
passes out of
separation.
29.
If you can't create separation,
So-
you're
so-
not going to have the
so how did he
opportunity to catch
catch-
the ball.
So how did he catch 20 passes then if he can't get open?
Oh, you caught 20 passes and you were a
He only
second
got
round
thrown
pick.
to
You want me to give
29
him fucking
times.
balloons? You want me to
He
give him balloons?
got thrown to 29 times. So what are you talking about? He won most of his
He's
battles.
ass, bro. He's ass, dog. He's
No,
ass.
you're saying that.
Coaches and scouts around the league had him coming out of fucking
God.
college as a tight end, Black, and we drafted
No,
him
you don't,
in the
bro.
second round to play wide receiver, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Let's draft another feel-good story. You know what I'm saying? He's got a backstory that's pretty fucked up.
now
You know, I'm done with that, bro. I'm done
So
with
he went
experimental
from-
players. I'm done with feel-good stories. And this is no disrespect to him and what his family went through. At that, I'm just saying, bro, the Raiders have a fucking history of drafting projects and fucking guys with feel-good stories. And I feel so bad for how he came up in his life. I'm over that, bro. And Jack Best is that guy. He
Bro,
fits that fucking
ain't nobody
mantra.
bringing that up, bro. I don't even care about that part.
Because everybody
I
else
don't
is
even
too
care about
sensitive
that
to
part.
bring
I'm
that shit
asking
up,
you, how
dog.
does a wide receiver that can't get open catch 20 out of 29 passes?
Because he came in at the end of the year when the Raiders season was over.
He been playing all year. All right.
No, he wasn't
Okay.
playing all
Okay.
year
Okay.
long,
All right.
bro.
All right.
What
Okay.
do you
All right.
mean? What do you
Okay.
mean?
All right.
He didn't even get to play until the end of the year with the rest of the fucking second round
okay.
picks that we drafted with him, with Carlos
Oh,
Rogers and Charles
okay.
Grant, two other fucking busts.
Okay.
Till proven otherwise, bro.
Okay.
I love Spy Tech, bro. I like this draft class, bro. But this dude deserves a lot of shit for what he drafted last year, bro. And especially like y'all are shitting on Darian Porter. So for y'all that are shitting on Darian Porter was a bad pick. A lot of people said Ashton Jeanty. You don't draft Ashton Jeanty that high, right? Ashton Jeanty was a bad pick. Fucking Jack Best was a bad pick. Carlos Rogers, Charles Grant. There was pretty much no good players that were drafted by the Raiders last year. Besides Ashton. If we're just being honest, that entire draft class last year sucked. Am I wrong? Who else was good? Nobody. Nobody, dog.
Jack Best played 16 games last year.
Yeah, and there's 18 games. So he played in 16 games, had 20 catches as a second round pick.
Bro, our main receivers couldn't even catch the ball.
Got busy.
I mean, Tucker did his thuggy.
Tonka.
Swear 700 yards is doing your ducky.
I mean, when you ain't got no quarterback, you got Geno Smith throwing the ball.
It's not Geno.
Impressive.
You're right. You're right.
No, I don't know, bro. I just whatever happens, bro, this year. I just want the Raiders to win some games. We didn't cover the safeties, bro. I'm gonna cover this shit quick. It's 12:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go lay the fuck down. Bonafide guys, I'm penciling in right now. Tre'Davious Stooks, Isaiah Pola-Mao, and I'm gonna Jeremy. So Tre'Davious Stooks, Isaiah Pola-Mao, Jeremy Chin. So that leaves Tristan McCullum, Dalton Johnson, Devin Lafayette, and that's it. Shout out to Oasis Dino in the building, bro. I appreciate you, guys. So I like Tristan McCullum. The Raider, I think that's another guy the Raiders gave another contract to underneath this regime was Tristan McCullum. Very athletic. He's like Isaiah Pola-Mao, but with a little bit of coverage. 6'3", 6'4", can run like a gazelle.
Got instinct.
Yes. So I think he might be what may take over for Pola-Mao. I think Dalton Johnson is the feel-good story because he played with Tre'Davious Stooks, so we got to see how he performs. But I think, yeah, because I mean, people are already claiming Dalton Johnson is going to make the roster.
He is. What are you talking about?
What do you mean he is?
That's because you don't
Nothing
even
is
know how he play
guaranteed.
either.
What are
You
you
don't know
talking
how he
about?
play either. You don't know how he play
That's
either.
crazy,
Then.
bro. You're the absolute
Let's
opposite of
bet.
Clint
Let's bet.
Kubiak. You say
Let's just
everybody's
bet.
going to
Let's
make
just
the
bet.
team
Let's
and
just
don't have
bet,
to
bro.
earn
Fuck,
shit. And
get
Clint
all that.
Kubiak
Let's
making
just bet,
people earn
bro.
it.
Let's just bet he make the squad, bro. Let's just bet.
What?
Let's
You're
just bet.
giving him a
Since you're so
roster spot?
positive,
I'm
let's
not
just bet.
giving nobody shit.
Let's
He's
just
gonna have
bet
to
he
earn
make
that.
the squad, bro. Let's just bet. Since you're so confident about it and
I
feeling
don't
good
know,
about
but to
it,
just
let's
crown
bet.
him making a 53-man roster as a
Let's
5th or
bet.
6th round pick is kind of crazy.
It's not even close, bro. Bro, he's definitely gonna
I
make it.
don't know. I'm not
You don't
so
know.
surefire
Did
on
they get
this.
him before Masses?
I don't
Well,
know.
they don't even play the same. First of all, Dalton Johnson is a safety, a free safety at that. He plays free safety
Bro,
just
I
like
seen the Raiders take Lynn Bowden, dude, in the 2nd round and trade him before the season even started.
I know they play different positions, but what was the value for Dalton? Was that a 5th
I
round?
don't know.
You
I
mean?
don't know. I like Dalton Johnson, but I feel like he's a feel-good story because he's fucking best friends with Traydon Stooks. Oh,
Why-
look, they're buddies. They're on the same team. That's so
He was a
cool.
reach.
But that makes them winners. They're gonna come over here and win together. Man, fuck out of here. I ain't hearing none of that shit.
You don't even know how he played,
I
bro.
don't give a no, I don't know, and I don't claim to know. I'm just saying I'm not for feel-good stories, bro.
Right.
Feel-good stories never
So
work
you're
out
going
for
off
us,
your
so it is what
feelings.
it is. If he makes the team, he makes the team. If he don't, he don't. I like Tristan McCullum way over Dalton Johnson. I haven't even
I bet you he don't make it.
I seen Tristan McCullum win a Super
I
Bowl.
bet you
ain't
he
never
don't
seen
make
Dalton
it.
Johnson.
I bet you he don't make it over Dalton Johnson.
Palms a baller.
We'll see. We'll see. I ain't a betting man, bro. I'm not gonna come on here and make no bets, bro.
No,
That
it
don't
could
make
be
either
a friendly
one
bet.
of
It
us
ain't
better
gotta
than the
be
next
on
man, bro.
nothing.
You can sit here and keep saying making bets and
It could
making
be a
bets, bro.
man's
I don't
bet.
care about making no bets, bro.
Do some push-ups or
That shit
something.
don't mean nothing to me, bro.
Yeah,
That
bet you some
don't mean
fucking
nothing to me,
push-ups.
It's
gang.
time for you to go to bed. You're getting a little grumpy
man.
now.
Well, so you over here trying to say we can make bets on shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me.
You the one talking about he ain't gonna make the squad. I'm just saying.
I
that
know.
you
I'm
wrong.
just saying I don't fuck with feel-good stories, bro. Feel-good stories never work out for us, bro. The only Dalton Johnson, the only reason why anybody even talks about Dalton Johnson because he's a Traydon Stooks teammate. Otherwise, nobody would even give a fuck, bro. He would just be another player on the roster.
Well, most people don't know what the hell they're looking at anyway, so it don't matter.
I don't mean to be aggressive, but goddamn, bro, I'm not gonna come out here and just give people roster spots, Black. And to me, it seems like you're just giving people roster spots.
You're giving a person that don't nobody know about. What are you talking about?
Nobody knows about Tristan McCullum. Maybe you don't know about him. That's
whatever.
your fault, bro.
I bet you don't make the squad. While you over there being loud, I bet you he don't make the squad. And Dalton Johnson does. I bet you that happens.
I have to choose between Dalton Johnson and Tristan McCullum. I'm taking Tristan McCullum. He's a Super Bowl winning.
And I bet you you're wrong. I bet you Dalton Johnson make the squad before McCullum does. Promise you that.
I mean, time will tell. May the cream rise to the crop. I don't really care who the name is on the back of the jersey. I care about the shield on the side of the helmet. I care about the wins and losses in the column. I don't care about the box score. So I'm out of here. With that being said, love y'all boys. It's always a great debate as always.
I'm all right now.
Severe. I know Severe with Black and myself. It's going to be a great show tomorrow. I know Nutty Raider Nate's going to be there. Afakasi will be there. It's going to be tomorrow night's going to be lit. You think tonight was a debate? Shit. Wait for tomorrow, man. Hopefully we'll get Dirty back, man. Shout out to Dirty and his family. I know they're having a birthday celebration over there, man. So shout out to them. Love you guys, man. You guys know we are going to be the most consistent content creator network on YouTube going forward. I promise y'all that. I'm coming on this bitch. I'm gonna put my all my effort in this shit right now. I'm locked in. And yeah, man, y'all ain't gonna regret it, bro. We got plenty of shows lined up all weekend, plenty of shows lined up next week. Me and Black working some shit behind the scenes, some debate shows. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna love that too. We've had plenty of that tonight. And you know, we've already got motherfuckers in the chat like this is getting good. You feel me? Like it's plenty of that coming, man. Plenty of that coming, bro. So you know, Black, it's always love debating with you. You feel me? Even though, you know, sometimes they get heated, but it's all love. It's my guy. Nutty Raider Nate, my boy was hiding underneath that motherfucking war room table all night. You know what I'm saying? But made some great content tonight. Got all of his takes in, you feel me? Said his piece and didn't bend on nothing. And you know, that's what we lean on a little bit, man. So Severe said you better do your homework tomorrow, Black, man. So we excited.
Bro, don't take what I said and don't take what I said and try to flip it back on me.
Hey, chat, y'all know what time it is, bro. It's all love.
Yes,
We will be back
sir.
tomorrow night, gang. You guys have a great rest of your night. 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Mountain,
Yes,
11:30 p.m. Eastern, and 1:30 in the a.m. for my boy Afakasi Raider, man, who's gonna be
It's
pulling
all
up.
love, Severe. I'm looking forward to it,
1:30
brother.
p.m. for Afakasi. Love y'all, boys. Peace, guys. Have a great night. Hit the like button. Okay.
Which team, by colors alone, is identifiable around the world?
The autumn wind is a raider,
Which team, by slogan, commitment to excellence,
pillaging just for fun.
just win, baby?
He'll knock you round,
All those things
then upside down,
are the Raiders.
and laugh when he's conquered and won.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win.
He's blowing up. Raiders!
Just win, baby.
The greatest offseason for a single team in NFL history.
Raiders not only have the number 1 overall pick, they have taken every single round of the draft.
Welcome to the dark side, my friend.
Let's go, baby. Raiders select Ashton Jenkins.
Houston, Bowers made the catch! Reached the 5! Touchdown! Over the middle, flush up in the air, back picked off by Mack!
The greatness of the Raiders is in its future.